2 others also, who were criminals, were led away to be put to death with Jesus. When they came to the place that is called the Skull, they crucified Jesus, there with the criminals, one on his right and one on his left. Then Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." And they cast lots to divide his clothing, and the people stood by watching, but the leaders scoffed at him, saying, "He saved others. Let him save himself if he is the Messiah of God, his chosen one." The soldiers also mocked him, coming up and offering him sour wine, and saying, "If you are the king of the Jews, save yourself." There was also an inscription over him, "This is the King of the Jews." I am the wine they offered Jesus. Soured and full of sediment, I was fit only as a last resort. My grapes were harvested just last autumn, and I was crushed underfoot without taking the time to extract seed or skin. First, they put me in an amphora, and they sealed me up with tree resin to stop the air getting in. Sure, the resin stopped some of the air getting in, but what you gain through a lack of oxidization, you lose through the fact that now I taste of tree resin. I'm somewhere between turpentine, cough medicine, and vinegar. Still, I'm safe to drink, and I've got enough alcohol in me to give some effect. After the amphora, they moved me to a wineskin, a sewn leather bag whose seams were sealed with yet more resin. And from the wineskin, they put me on a sponge on the end of a stick, and they mixed me with gall. It's a bitter substance that they make from myrrh or wormwood. There's not much that could spoil how I taste, but the addition of gall certainly doesn't improve me. It does reinforce the work of the alcohol, though. The gall deadens the senses. I might not be fit for fine dining, but I offer what little mercy I can to the dying. In so doing, I fulfill the words of the Scriptures. Give strong drink to him who is perishing, and wine to him whose life is bitter. I am a rare kindness in the brutal world of Roman punishment. Nothing could remove the pain of crucifixion, but my sedative powers might just take the edge off some of the agony. And so I'm normally welcomed gladly. At any other time I would be spat out, but the dying tend to beg for more of me. That's why it was odd that when I was raised up to Jesus' lips, he refused. I don't think he wanted the pain, but I think he didn't want to not feel it. He didn't want it masked. He wasn't glorying in the suffering, but he didn't want to miss it. when I was right next to his mouth and he breathed out, I could smell on his breath wine. Not wine like me, but fine wine, the best. He'd probably drunk it the night before. Perhaps he was holding out for another taste of that wine on another day, in another place.